What is up, YouTube? This is ThePikaWu here, bringing you another black and white Wi-Fi battle. This one is for Wilechase's tournament, and this is against a guy called Crystic, my round 1 opponent, and he's using a sun-based team while I'll be using a rain-based team. And this is a mixed rain-based team where I have 2 OUs, 2 UUs, and 2 RUs. And I know this is a standard tournament, but I didn't feel like using all OUs. So let's just see how we'll do in round 1. So he's going to lead off with his Lilligant. That kind of sucks for me because that means something is pretty much going to be sleep fodder. So I do decide to go into my Parasect as sleep fodder, but he ends up going for the Leaf Storm, which is a kind of weird move on a Lilligant because most Lilligants carry not a special attack dropping move because of the Quiver Dance, so they can set up and sweep. But yeah, that does a lot of damage despite my quad resist with my Parasect. But hopefully he will switch out. I will be able to spore something on his side, and I can get this Ninetales asleep. And that's going to be beneficial for me because they'll give me the weather advantage because my weather inducing Pokemon will be asleep while his wouldn't, and that will help me in the long run. Anyways, I am just going to switch out, I believe, and he's going to switch out too, and he goes into his Lilligant again, and because he has that sun up, this Lilligant is going to be a huge threat because it's going to be really fast with that Chlorophyll ability, and I switched back into Politoed because I just wanted the weather back to rain, so this Lilligant wouldn't be a problem. Now, right now, I'm just going to go for the Protect because I think he's going to go either for the Sleep Powder or the Leaf Storm, and I'm pretty sure he's not going to go for the Quiver Dance if he has it, and at this point I'm pretty much doubting if he has it or not, but he is going to go for the Hidden Power, predicting my Parasect switch in, and that does a lot of damage, and right here I'm thinking it's Hidden Power Fire, and I know the rain is up, and that's going to weaken Hidden Power Fire, but it's still 4 times super effective against Parasect, and that does a lot of damage. And I don't want to risk him Sleep Powdering on the switch, so I do decide to just leave my Parasect here as Death Fodder, and that really sucks because he's going to get that early lead. But yeah, no big deal because I at least got something asleep with my Parasect before he died. Now I'm going to bring in my Gallade here. I'm going to go for the Ice Punch, predicting the Salamence to switch in, and that was absolutely perfect because if he stayed in, he would have gotten Ice Punched and he would die. If he switched out, he would probably go into Salamence, predicting the close combat. And luckily for me, I hit that Salamence, and he lives with like a little bit of health, and I'm thinking he might want to switch out, saving his Salamence for later, but he ends up just going for the Outrage, and I went to Empoleon, knowing that I can Revenge Kill with Aqua Jet, and if he goes for the Outrage, I can take that, because I have that Resist. But that extra damage is actually going to help him a lot here, because as you can see, he brings in his Infernape, and I'm going to get taken down by a close combat next turn, despite the fact that I do carry Chople Berry to weaken that close combat. And yeah, usually I would be able to take that hit if I was at a little extra health, but unfortunately I'm not going to take it, and I am going to get that extra damage with the Aqua Jet before he takes me out, and that really sucks because Empoleon is my Stealth Rocker as well, and I don't get Stealth Rocks, and if I just got Stealth Rocks that would have helped me because he has the Urugumosu, and yeah. Anyways, he's going to bring in his Heatran here as I go for the Thunder, and even if he's specially defensive, that still should do a lot of damage because Thundurus is an absolute beast. And that does around half, but after leftovers, I don't think that's quite a 2-hit KO. So I know he probably can't do much to me because he probably won't be able to do much with the Fire Blast because the rain is up. So I am just going to set up a Nasty Plot. And right here he's going to go into a Ninetales, and that really sucks because that's going to make my Thunder 55% accurate. And I decide to not risk it, and I do decide to switch out and go back into Politoed. Really bad play. What I should have done is went for Focus Blasts, and should have just taken out this Ninetales, and then I would have a really good advantage, because then rain will be up throughout the rest of the battle. But instead of killing it, I switched out. I made a really safe play, but in the long run, that wasn't a safe play. That actually hurt me really bad. And yeah, he's going to bring in his Heatran again. It's going to be bulky enough to take a Scald, and he is going to get the rocks up. That kind of sucks because Thundurus is going to get hurt by rocks because it is weak, and that will affect me in the long run, as you'll see later. Anyways, I'm just going to go for the Scald once more as he brings in his Ninetales, and because the sun is up and Ninetales is naturally bulky, and I'm thinking this Ninetales is probably max HP, Scald doesn't do much at all, and he does get that sun up, And that's going to be a threat because Lilligant, once again, is going to get that chlorophyll ability activated. And right here, he's just going to go straight away into his chlorophyll Lilligant to abuse that as I switch out as well. I could have predicted that and went for the Ice Beam, but it's way too hard to predict at this point. Anyways, he's going to be faster than my Choice Scarf Gallade. He's going to get that Sleep Powder off. I was thinking he might go for the Leaf Storm here, predicting my Politoed to switch in. But right here, I'm going to predict him to go for the Leaf Storm once again, thinking the Politoed would switch in, and I was really expecting to survive that. Even though it's a Leaf Storm, Gallade has really beast special defense, and he's not boosted yet. He doesn't get the Quiver Dances up. I was thinking I could live that pretty easily and maybe, you know, do some damage with Gallade, or maybe save him later as Sleep Fodder, but now he took down a Sleep Pokemon. That really sucks, because once again, he can Sleep Powder another Pokemon. But yeah, he's just going to bring in his Ninetales here once more to get the Sun up. I am going to pull a double switch here, which is really nice. I'm going to go into my Nidoking as he brings in his Ninetales, because I know he's asleep, and I do have Substitute on this Nidoking, so I can abuse the fact that he can't touch me. And if he stays in, I get a sub. If he switches out, I get a sub. And with a sub, that means he has to fodder out a Pokemon, and he is going to decide to bring in his Heatran, and that's good for me because I can take him out with an Earth Power, and I still have my sub up while taking him out. So, yeah, I'm just going to take him out with that Earth Power. That Heatran is finally down. Things are looking pretty good. The problem is he still has that Arugumosu, and he has another Pokemon. He also has this. He also has the Infernape that can outspeed me. And the thing is, I should have sub-stalled him, because he has Life Orb, and his Recoil is going to take him out gradually. I should have subbed here, and I should have subbed again, I should have subbed again, and then he would take himself down. I would have a sub up, and things will be in such a better position, because then, with a sub up, he would have to fodder another Pokemon, which means I would be able to take 3 Pokemon with Nidoking before he can actually break my sub. But because I don't have that sub up, he can go into his Lilligant, outspeed me, and that's going to be really troublesome. And I'm going to bring in my Politoed once more to get the Drizzle up, so the Lilligant isn't as big of a threat. But the thing is, I have 3 Pokemon left. I've got this Politoed, I've got a Thundurus, and I've got my Fire-type guy, which I can't think of right at the moment. Or my Nidoking, sorry. Blanked out there. But anyways, I'm going to go into my Thundurus, knowing that I resist the Grass-type move, and if he does decide to go into Leaves, if he goes for the Leaf Storm, I can resist that and take it. But he ends up going for the Hidden Power. And I thought this was Fire, but it ends up being Rock, and that really sucks. And that was terrible, because once my Thundurus dies, I have nothing pretty much to take down his team. He's got this Lilligant, he's got a Ninetales, and he's got the Arugumosu, so things are not looking good at all. And yeah, Hidden Power Rock definitely caught me off by surprise, because I really thought that was Fire, since he was super effective against Parasect, but Rock is super effective as well. Anyways, he's going to bring in his his Ninetales again, as I go for the Ice Beam, and then I'm just going to go for the sub here, because it's a free sub, as he brings in his Arugumosu here. And I am just going to go for the sub, but this is a bulky Arugumosu, and this is where Stealth Rocks would have paid off. If I lived that close combat, which I think I might have a chance of living with my Empoleon due to the Chople Berry, I could have get my Stealth Rocks up, and then I could have took him out right here with the Nidoking, and then I would have been at a much better position. But he is going to set up a Quiver Dance, and with that extra special defense boost, I won't be able to take him out unless I get a critical hit. And right here, the only way I can win is with a critical hit, and I have pretty much 2 chances to pull off a crit, and that is a 6.25% chance, and that's really unlikely, but I have to get one here or next turn, or else he will sweep me with this Arugumosu, and things are not looking good. And I'm really scared because, you know, he's going to break my sub. This is the last chance. If I get a crit here, I will be able to take down his Arugumosu, and I will probably be able to win with the crit. But let's see what happens. The HP goes down, 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 and no, he does not get a crit. And yeah, really surprising. This battle was actually totally hacks-free, despite maybe min-max damage variances. But yeah, he's going to take me out with a Fiery Dance. That sucks. My last Pokemon is a Sleeping Politoed. He's going to take that down as well. So that is a good game. I am going to be eliminated round 1. No problem, though, because I wasn't expecting to go very far in the tournament anyways. seeing it is a standard tournament, and I don't really play standard. And yeah, this was my first weather team, and I wasn't used to using it. But I guess I learned my lesson. I had made a lot of misplays, but I still made a pretty good amount of plays. I had that double switch. I had that Salamence Ice Punch move. But yeah, ended up he had the better moves, and yeah, and he is gonna take my last down Pokemon down with a Bug Buzz. So that is the game. I hope you guys enjoyed this tournament round. Unfortunately, I am going to be eliminated round 1, but this still was a fun tournament. I really enjoyed this battle. And if you guys enjoyed as well, make sure to leave a like and a comment. And I'll see you guys later. Peace out.